Believe it or not, removing permanent marker signatures from namesets is possible. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And not only that, I'm going to show you the 3 mistakes that people are making that are doing more damage than they are good. So check this out. And do us a favour, hit that like and subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on next week's content. I've been restoring football shirts for years and I get hundreds of questions every week around all sorts of things. And one of the most common ones that I get is, how do you remove signatures from namesets? Now, if you've been watching my videos, you will know that I'm not a massive fan of signatures on football shirts, because without the certificate of authentication, easy for me to say, the signature could be done by anyone. So I'm not a massive fan of it. And I've done a video on how to remove, is it that one? It's there. How to remove signatures from the shirt. But what about this nameset? Well, stick with me because I'm going to show you how you do it. Today's video is going to focus on flock namesets, like these Lextra ones, rather than vinyl ones. And stay to the end and you'll see why. So here we are over on our bench. Now, what you're going to need for this one is nice Pyrex dish. Lay your shirt over it so none of the ink from the nameset or from the ink from the pen goes through onto the front of the shirt. We're going to be using our Ultra Spot tint. Fantastic product that. We're going to need some kitchen roll, something for your debris, and a toothbrush. If you've used this toothbrush with paint stripper or anything else, remember to give it a good clean. Otherwise you could get some contamination, and that can cause more damage than it fixes. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to use the tint and apply it, just going to liberally apply it to the ink. Now, let me just put it over, there we go. Just going to liberally apply it. And look at that, already you can see it working on the ink. Put the lid back on. Now with the toothbrush, all we're going to do is we're going to tap away with it to leave it to activate on the ink. Now what this is going to do is it's almost certainly going to spread ink. Look, you can see it's already starting to kind of spread ink. So it's really important to not let it dry totally. So let's go through now and just do it to the rest of the ink. And we're going to give this a couple of minutes of tapping away and then we'll be back. So here we are, we've been tapping away for a couple of minutes and you can see that ink is just dispersing itself really nicely. Keep tapping it away. You can still see some areas where it's a little bit thicker, so you can keep tapping. And what you might need to do is reapply some of the tint. So if you've got an area that is particularly thick, got an area like that that's a little bit thicker, then you can reapply some of the tint and you'll see it now start acting on the ink. Now while the tint is over there doing its job, I'm going to tell you about the top 3 mistakes that I see people make, or I hear about people make when they're doing this process. But before I do that, let me take this moment to tell you about our new ebook that we've just launched. It's available now over on my Stand store. Over 110 pages, packed with insights from more than 5 years of football shirt restoration experience. It covers everything you need to know, from identifying materials to solvent safety and advanced techniques for removing even the toughest namesets. First mistake I see people make is they try and remove signatures from vinyl or DTF. Don't do it. That is a surefire way to just create damage that you'll need to take the whole thing off of. Vinyl and DTF will respond or react to the tint that you use. Tint is ultimately a solvent of type, and whilst flock is a little bit more hardy, the glue lasts a little bit longer, and with vinyl or DTF it will just disintegrate the whole thing, so don't do it. The second mistake I see people make is with their brush, whether it's a toothbrush or any other sort of brush, they're scrubbing away trying to get that signature out, that's not the way to do it. You don't need to scrub. You just need to tap it away so that the solvent gets activated. Let the solvent do the job. You've probably heard me say that many, many times. That is the right thing to do here. If you scrub too hard, you're going to damage things. And then the third mistake that I think people make is when a single number, say like there's a number 10, and only the number 1 has been signed. What I see people try and do is they remove the number 1 on its own because it's a vinyl or DTF number, and try and just replace the number 1 because they don't want to have to take the number 0 off as well. That's the wrong thing to do. Really, if you're going to remove a signature from a vinyl or DTF name set and it's a double-digit number, you can't just remove one number, you need to remove both numbers, even the name as well, because otherwise you will get a mismatch. A 10, 20-year-old vinyl or DTF is going to look a lot different to a freshly pressed one. So the tint has sat on there for a little while and you can see, it's still wet to touch, you can see that a lot of the ink has dispersed. So what I'm going to go and do is I'm going to get some fairy liquid and I'm going to rub it on there and I'm going to rinse it out with warm water, and then I will show you the finished result, so stay to the end. So here is our shirt now. If we compare the name set now versus before, we can see that 95 to 98% of the signature has now gone. There's a little bit left, so what we've got to do is repeat the process. And there you have it, nice, clean name set. So what did I do? Well, we used the tin and we apply it directly onto the ink. Then don't put too much on because you don't want to damage the adhesive for the flock name set. Just enough for the ink to start kind of dispersing. You'll see it disperse. And you get your toothbrush, tap away at the ink, and you'll see it activate the solvent. Leave it for 3, 4, 5 minutes. Reapply the solvent if you want to, the tint if you want to. Tap away again, and then when you're ready, get some fairy liquid on your fingers, rub it into the areas where the ink are, and with some warm water, just rinse it away, and you will see it comes away nicely. Now this is to have one round done. If you need to do a second round, just do a second round and you'll be fine. And then you've got 3 mistakes to avoid. First one, don't do this on vinyl name sets. You will damage them. Just stick to flock, and even on some flocks you might damage it, but stick to flock. Second one, make sure you don't scrub. Just tap with the toothbrush, otherwise scrubbing could cause damage, especially if it's an older flock name set. I mean, this ink was probably 20, 30 years old. This is a late 90s Everton shirt, so it's a good 20 years, 25 years old, the ink, almost certainly. The final mistake is don't let the tint dry on the name set and on the shirt, because it will leave a nasty smear material, and actually the ink that's been dispersed will just spread and taint the whole of the number. So you need to rinse that away quickly. If this video just saved your shirt, please remember to click like and subscribe. I post new tutorials every 2 weeks. And if you don't want to miss out on any of our tutorials, hit that bell notification icon. And why not drop a comment below and tell me what shirts you're working on and what future videos you might like to see. I'll always respond to any comments that I get. And if you have enjoyed this video, you're going to love this one and this one. See you next time.